Hey everyone, Pupsker here, and today we have the Warframe Devstream 189 recap, and let me just tell you, it includes a ton of information. So, new Nightwave, Knights of Naberus Baro, we have the new Warframe Mushroom Frame Nokko, new Vallis Undermind update coming October 15th, so let's go over everything one by one, starting off with the intro to Warframe with all of their housekeeping. First and foremost, Tenno Concert, their live TennoCon concert. This is now live on YouTube, so you're good to go check it out if you want to. All is well there. It's a concert. There's not really too much to say there. But they yapped about that for a little bit, understandable. Warframe Quest to Conquer Cancer is coming back, and they're going to have a new Zephyr skin, and you can also check out those sick, wings on Zephyr. So, yay, new Warframe Quest to Conquer Cancer inbound, everybody. The other thing is for Quest to Conquer Cancer, they have new cosmetic loots and stuff. Oh, sorry, they just jumped between it. Stalker plushie, platinum, shirt, hoodie, however you want to look at that. Like a sweater, shirt. You got a puzzle here. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Dude, I'll have a lot of help moving. Moving's easy. Look at that cute little stalker, right? He's so adorable. He's so cute. Continuing on, we have TennoCon around the world, Tenno VIP Calgary. If anyone's coming to my home city, have fun. I probably won't go to Tenno VIP because, I don't know, I've got other things to do. And I'm not a Warframe partner, so I'll do other stuff probably. But I'll have fun that day, maybe. Cry, tears, tears. Either way, that's most of the housekeeping. One other thing I wanted to bring up, Ordis, the original voice actor for Ordis, is now retired. Going forward, we will have a different voice actor for Ordis, but all of the old voices for Ordis will stay. So they're not re-recording all of the old voiceovers for Ordis. Just going forward, new voiceovers for Ordis will be the new voiceover actor. Now, let's get into the Knights of Naberus return. Knights of Naberus is the Halloween event. The reason why it's so cool is you get new loot. Right? Look at that. The Day of the Dead Syandana. Hey, so you can get some cosmetic loot from there if you so choose. But what matters way more is Nightwave Nora's Mix Dream of the Dead. So they're actually a whole new Nightwave along with Baro Naberus. So this is Knights of Naberus Baro. Technically this comes first. Knights of Naberus Baro shows off all of this beautiful new spooky Halloween loot. And you might also notice Baro got a cosmetic update. So yeah, it's Halloween Baro Katir, everybody. So that is new Baro along with new Nightwave. It showed it off very briefly, I think. I don't even know if they show off the new Nightwave technically. There they go. But there is the new Nightwave. So Nora's Mix, new Nightwave, and Naberus Baro. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you like all the new items and cosmetics in the shop? Look at that. Look at that goofy operator helmet. Yeah, they showed off a little bit, but new Nightwave, everybody, coming October 15th, it looks like. So spend your Nightwave credits if you haven't already, and remember to not hold them because then they're just useless. Not too shabby, but it is what it is. After that, they just quickly ran off into Warframe 1999 to just show off, I think cosmetics, to be honest. They weren't really showing off anything super important here. Just how the little cosmetic item looked. But hey, very cool there, very cool. You wanna know what the next thing is? Boom. This is the Vallis Undermind. Then that is the next Warframe, Mushroom Frame, Nokko. The Vallis Undermind is the name of this fall update that is coming October 15th. This is a new under Orb Vallis Fortuna area. So instead of taking the elevator going up into Fortuna, you're going down into the Undermind. Very cool. That is the key art. It's very pretty. If anyone wants to look at that, I'm sure it'll be on the Warframe update website. Here is the Nokko card, just the general Prex card. And that is what Nokko looks like as a Warframe. Pretty cool. They have some cosmetics with Nokko, little mushroom ephemera. I think they put it on now. Yeah, there we go. So there is a little mushroom ephemera for 95 platinum, the Sprawdlings, and look how freaking caked up those mushrooms are. Everyone keeps asking, why do the mushrooms have such well-defined fat butt cheeks? Nobody knows. People at DE were looking at Wisp and Ember Heirloom and Valkyr too much when they were modeling the mushrooms, and they must have made them a little thick. Along with that, everybody, new animations coming with Nokko. So I think these are like new emotes and idle animations, they said. I believe they said idle animations. Yeah, because it's noble idle throwing variant. So new idle animations coming with Nokko. Boom. Very first animation that includes a second Warframe. So that one, as you can see, Uriel just pops in and they do stuff together. So Nokko is allegedly like the brother to Uriel. I don't know if it's full brother or if it's just like spiritual, like, hey, the brother Warframe, but it's pretty cool, right? Some new Nokko animations. Okay. That's actually, I'd say pretty sweet. So let's keep looking into, like, that's the Vallis Undermind big stuff. They take us down, and in order to enter the new area's shop, there's gonna be a little airlock. You go through that. And then it's the same as like some other areas. You talk to Nightcap, who is the new shop. Nightcap will include Browse Wares, Browse Nursery, Field Guide, and Deep Mines Bounty. With that, a lot of new cosmetic items that you can get. And it looks like this isn't a standing system, so it's not like a standing faction. It uses resources, so I haven't seen any new standing, okay? Except if they click on Field Guide, you'll see this is Field Guide. So you're going to be taking scans of mushrooms and then doing little analyzing quests, in a sense, for the prince, who is who you feed the mushrooms to. It's a weird system. So you feed the mushrooms to the prince, and then you go on a trippy mushroom mission. I shit you not, this is all real and this is all coming to Warframe. You get like your trippy, I'm a high mushroom mission where you're jumping around and just doing things, I guess. So that's a thing. You are now getting canonically stoned in Warframe and running missions as a mushroom. So that's pretty cool. This is where they showed off the deep mine bounties. It's just like the little mushroom dude right here. You talk to him and you do the missions here. I just wanted to show that there is 0 faction standing related to any of these missions. And that's why I'm assuming there's no standing that will be coming with these missions, right? You can get Fergalite, which is the resource item though. And you can also get like the new blueprints, but again, no standing, I don't believe. None at all. I don't see any standing. It's all gone. So once you actually go with Nokko, we'll give a quick TLDR on his abilities because it's a little weird. No shock, you throw down mushrooms, okay? You throw down mushrooms and essentially the mushrooms will either give you buffs or they'll do damage to enemies. Your 4th ability throws a little like sporling dude between the mushrooms. And your 3rd ability makes you become the tiny baby mushrooms. So yeah, you have some like usability around that. I don't fully know how that's gonna look in game, but they really loved showing it off. Either way, you use all of your abilities and then your mushroom throws the 4th ability between the mushrooms. So you just throw down a buffing and an attacking mushroom and then you just go buck wild on them. That's legitimately it. So you see how they're getting ready now, throwing around all the mushroom stuff. I think it's gonna be a weird kit, but it's a more defensive kit for sure on Nokko, where you just kind of run around for a while. And that's just kind of what they did for a while. Here are the sound effects for Nokko. They beat up and abused a lot of watermelon, so that's pretty cool. But that's the full Nokko TLDR, everybody. He looks sweet. Now, this is the awesome thing. Arbusep is the new heavy weapon coming with Nokko. Archguns will now have 2 arcane slots. They will have a primary arcane slot and they will have a secondary arcane slot. So your freaking arc guns will be able to do a ton of damage. They'll slap the shit out of the enemies and it's pretty insane, okay? It's just pretty insane. So primary merciless, secondary deadhead, you can throw on like 700% damage pretty much. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Melees already have arcanes, my dude. You just aren't there in the game yet. So this is the new visual cosmetic for the arc gun. And this is the visual for all of the new mushrooms that they were showing off. And I think they look really cool. This is a plushie for Nokko, like in-game. And that is more concept art stuff, right? They were just going over more casual stuff for a bit, chatting. They went over the mission with Nokko again. And that was pretty sweet. Not bad, not bad. After that, Wukong Deluxe, everybody. Hey, if anyone buys Wukong Deluxe or anything on the Epic Games Store, feel free to use Epic Games creator code Pupsker as it helps support me. If you buy Platinum, Fortnite, Games, Deluxe skins, heirlooms, it helps me out, so thank you all so much. But this is officially Wukong Deluxe coming out on the same update as Lavos Deluxe, right? I know, really weird. This was the Warframe that they showed off and teased on the Bilibili website, which is like a Chinese social media. Think of it like that. Same as like Twitter, kind of, or I don't know, YouTube, or same general idea. It's a social media. And they showed off this. And they showed it off in black and white, but now we have the full look at it. Wukong Deluxe also comes with the Sun and Moon skin. So you have this badass new skin for the Sun and Moon right there. And I think it looks absolutely adorable. Oh, you meant melee arcanes? They did not mention melee arcanes, sadly. Either way, that is very cool. That is very cool. That is Wukong Deluxe, everybody. Concept art for like the sword, the Sugatra, and everything there. Next up, Lavos Kimia collection. So this is Lavos Deluxe, right? Not too shabby, not too shabby at all. So this is definitely a new and OP usable, right? Lavos heirloom. Yeah, the Wukong is the Wukong Kittian collection, the one we just saw. So this is the Lavos collection. Yeah, not too bad. There's a lot of really cool stuff coming this update, a lot of really cool skins, and they've shown off an absolute ton of it now. They do have a website for the Vallis Undermind, and heck, maybe we'll go over that for a little Warframe update tomorrow, but we've already gone over everything almost, so not really a big deal, but either way. Nice. Nice, not too shabby, not too shabby. So that is Lavos Deluxe. Continuing on, damage attenuation is getting an update. The TLDR is as follows, because they actually have a TLDR slide. No more flat numbers, they're standardizing it, lowering the amount of damage attenuation, but increasing the amount of total HP for everything. So that is sweet. There's too many bosses, so they're gonna mess things up. Let us know when they mess things up. This is the damage attenuation max TLDR. What is it? Mostly for bosses, raise defensive. Why do we have it? Ensure bosses don't get one shot. What are the issues? Things are either taking too long or too fast and it's all goofy. It can be confusing. It can feel bad. October 15th, that's the update. No more flat numbers, standardized, lowering attenuation, but increasing health on bosses, multiplayer specific damage attenuation as well. So they're doing that. And it does take a little time. Okay, it's gonna take a little time for them to get it all proper and all right. I got you. So give it time, everybody. After that, Oberon Rework, baby. First and foremost, renewal. They fixed it up a lot. They have a huge slide. They fixed renewal, hollowed ground. They fixed up everything, but luckily they have a TLDR slide at the end as well. Smite. Fully strips defenses, including overguard, and percentage damage to enemies in range. Hollowed ground, now a circle versus cone, works way better. It's reliable and better radiation, and they updated the nullifier effects with everything, so nullifier effects won't be hitting everything as bad. Renewal, new affinity range, new fixed energy cost, armor increases and it doubles for allies, 2x heal when cast on hallowed ground. Cool. Fourth ability, Reckoning, line of sight check with more damage. Armor strip is built in and you also gain armor. And then your final ability passive is Health Orbs grant self and allies 3 damage negation charge. It's like a Mesmer skin. Pick up a Health Orb and then you get a damage nullification shield around you. So it's definitely a weird setup on that. He's definitely a weird setup. Because once he actually manages to pick up a health orb, you see the like cool shields start floating around him, like those blue shields right there. And that's the new passive, so not bad actually at all. They did a lovely, with the line of sight change, it also applies to some other Warframes. So they have this. The line of sight update now only makes it so that your ability doesn't take effect in the nullifier orb, okay? So this nullifier update is huge. Hollowed ground and Web's Embrace. It no longer dispels, effects block while inside the nullifier orb. For Frost Snow Globe, nullifiers no longer destroyed immediately. They deal % damage to the globe every second. For Cataclysm on Limbo, no longer destroys it immediately, but its shrinking speeds up the shrinking. Sorry, words are hard. For Magnetize on Mag, it no longer destroys it immediately, but the duration runs out faster. So little nullifier update that I thought I would throw in right there if I remembered to actually take a look at it. That's coming along with the Oberon rework. Absolutely massive update. Screenshot any of this if you need and take a look on the Warframe website as well. Now, what is this, you may be asking? This is a new Warframe beginner quest. This is the teacher. This is a new beginner quest with Teshin. He teaches you how to mod and how to play the game when you start the game. For us endgame players, this is gonna be a cool, casual, goofy quest. For new players, this is gonna be a tutorial quest. So, yep, new quest incoming, and it's mainly for mid and new game players. So we already kind of knew about that. Nothing super special right there. After the Teshin Quest, they go over a ton of cosmetics, okay? They just pretty much show off like new areas, biomes, lighting updates, right? The lighting looks much cooler there. Look at all the lighting updates. Hell yeah, brother. And then all of the skins. So these are the quick Tenogen and whatnot skins they showed off. Beautiful Dagoth, awesome Varuna. Look at that face, absolutely terrifying. Not bad. That is a Citrine, the Jamussy right there. And right here is that base Dagoth with like a shoulder, new shoulder or something? Or maybe that's just a new Dagoth. Here's some Oberon stuff. Not Oberon, that is Corvex. Nice. And then, oh, there's the back piece on Wisp. That looks really cool. Not bad. So that was just some cosmetic stuff they quickly showed off on the stream. This is the Vallis Undermind TLDR. We already went over this, but Nokko, Lavos Deluxe, Wukong Deluxe, Oberon Rework, the Teacher Mod Quest, Tenogen Undermind, what we just looked at, QOL customization improvements, and Relight of Grineer, Asteroid, and Relays. Ooh, Relight. So just visual updates with all the lighting on there. So that's not too shabby there. After that, we went into, that's right, they quickly talked about the old piece, okay? What they talked about were two separate things. First off, the operator and the drifters are getting a cosmetic update. They are looking more human, they are looking less freakish, and they're looking like actual people now. So if you notice their faces, they don't look like absolute freak shows. And they're also adding more customization options. You can mix the body type like Lark and Hawk. You can mix body types with head. So the bigger one is like, I think the guy body type. And then the smaller one is like the girl body type. Yeah, because like no boobs, little bit of boobs. I think that's like guy body, girl body. So you can now mix each body type with whichever head you want. And you can also like face blend between Drifter and Operator a little better. So yeah, you can mix more makeup stuff, right? And more eyebrows, not too shabby. Eyebrow cosmetic coloring, not bad. Right after they show off all the different hairstyles. So the new hairstyles, when they showed this, I must say, like, it looks way better, okay? The Operator and Drifters look way better. The hair actually looks normal, like Eleanor's, all of the Operator's hair, all of the Protoframe hair, sorry. Looks way better, like they killed it. Thank God they don't look like freakish animals, like non-human demons that are taken over by Satan or something. Oh God, they're pretty much good to go there. They're pretty much good to go. And that was the little update there. The final little bit of update, the Devil's Triad Protoframe Roathe. So do you know what Nightcrawler is? The X-Men, everybody. If you are aware of who Nightcrawler is, an X-Man, then you know who Roathe, the Protoframe for Uriel, looks like. So this is Uriel, the 63rd Warframe Devil Frame. And guess what? Cosmetically, this is what his Protoframe looks like. That's, bum, bum, bum. That is the new Protoframe Roathe, and he is legitimately Nightcrawler. He is the first, oh God, is it like the first Grineer-based one? Oh, no, Orokin, that's the word. I'm like, it's not Grineer. He is the first Orokin-based Protoframe. Not necessarily the last, but definitely the first. That's why, like Vallis, he's like really blue, right? He is legitimately Nightcrawler because he has his like devil tail and everything. I think it's so funny. Warframe recreated Nightcrawler and called it a Protoframe, and they didn't even realize that they recreated Nightcrawler. Either way, that shit's so funny to me. Yeah. I don't know, man. I just think it's so funny they gave us an X-Men. But that is, as of right now, That is the TLDR on the entire Warframe update, everybody, of this Devstream 189. That is true. Log into Warframe for the next 24 hours. You have the Gift of the Lotus alerts with some Orcan Catalyst and an Orcan Reactor. You can go get one of each. But other than that, that is totally the entirety of the update. And yeah, Nokko's passive is when you're the mushroom frame, you like revive on the mushroom. Oh, that's really cool. We're gonna go over Nokko's abilities and stuff a little bit more. This was just like a quick Devstream recap, so sorry if I didn't get into the intricacies of every single little thing, but we will probably go over the entire update on their website and maybe a couple other things. So as always, let me know what you thought of the update. Are you excited, happy, sad? This update literally happens the day I take possession of my new house. So I'm gonna be very busy around this update. I will stream the day of. I will try to get as many videos out as I can, but I will be so busy that I will probably just be all over the place. So my bad, I have to like move into my new house in mid-October, and that's just gonna be a shit show. So I do apologize for that, but after that, I'll be all good. So, hey, thank you all for watching, subbing, liking. Use Epic Games creator code Pupsker to support the channel, but that is the Devstream 189 recap.